Welcome back, Counter Slammers. This week we've got another grudge match for you. Player 1 this week is Austin, who's throwing down the gauntlet as he's bringing Helga the Conqueror, 2 Warhogs, 2 Gun Borers, Farrow Bone Grinders, and 2 units of the Farrow Slaughterhousers. Player 2 this week is Eric, who's bringing Jaga-Jaga, a Blackhide Wrestler, Swamp Borer, a Bull Snapper, full unit of the Gatorman Posse, the Totem Hunter, 2 Croak Hunters, Throg, and a Swamp Gobbers crew. The scenario this week is Caster Kill. That's right, 2 of the new Warlocks released this year at GenCon 2014 are going head-to-head to the death in a 35-point grudge match. The only way that you win is you assassinate the other person's Warlock or Warcaster. Let's see what our players had to say before the game.
Hello Counter Slammers, my name is Austin and I'm back once again. And this time I'm bringing Helga the Conqueror to the table this time. She's one of the new Warlocks that was given to pigs, and from what I've played with her of 3 days straight of Iron Arena, she's just what pigs need, minus symmetrical weapons of course. And I'm looking forward to bringing the Slaughterhousers. I've brought 2 full units, and I'm hoping that he doesn't bring a Witch Doctor, but even if he does, I'll just ignore the top of the Slaughterhousers. I'm also hoping there's no water, but you know, Gators and water, like what could go wrong there?
Okay, so this week I'm going to be taking on Austin again. He decided to come back from war because he, couldn't get enough of, getting beat down the first time, I guess. No, no, just kidding. This week we're actually going to be playing 2 new casters. We're going to be playing Jaga-Jaga versus Helga. Now, these are both casters that got released for the Exigence book that got released at GenCon 2014 here in Indianapolis. And I happened to pick up Jaga-Jaga, and Austin picked up Helga, and he asked me if I wanted to play, and I was like, sure, why not? We wanted to do a Gators versus Pigs episode anyway. But we decided to scale it down a little bit. It's going to be a 35-point game this time, and but it should be a lot of fun. Jaga-Jaga is, likes to jam people up, and I think she'll do a pretty good job of that. Her abilities and some of the things she brings to the table are fairly new for Gators, so I look forward to kind of experimenting a little bit and seeing what I can pull off and see what would happen. I know Helga is definitely nothing to laugh at. She can make her army just stupid good, and I know Austin's probably going to bring a bunch of Slaughterhousers, and I'm not really looking forward to those either, so we'll see how that goes. But so good luck, Austin. You're probably going to need it. Alright, well, I got Austin here. We're going to be talking about our game here, and we're looking at deployments. First, obvious
thing.
Pig brick.
Yeah, the big brick of bricks.
The brick of ham brick.
Can't tell you much of an
bacon brick.
Interesting that happens turn 1 of War Machine Hordes.
Yeah, there's the Gators. Obviously pretty simple here. So, let's get to turn 1, baby. Let's get this game going. Got
the piggies for the first time. And Helga's going to walk up into the hole that I made for her. And she's going to spin 2 for Defender's Ward.
I was really, really excited about this game, Helga versus Jaga. I mean, 2 brand new casters are out the gate. I know people really want to see this game. I wanted to see this game.
Luckily, I had just picked up pigs before Helga got released.
Yeah, she's not even due out till November, so she's just not coming out for a long time.
Yeah, my Slaughterhousers are going to run, and the rest of the stuff's gonna run. Yeah,
they got Defender's Ward and Dash on them, so they're definitely gonna move a little bit faster. And I like the Slaughterhousers, honestly. I wish I had them in Gators, or had a way to take them, because they're, tough. They ignore tough. They got, they have the finisher on them, so they get the extra dice on wound models. That can be game breaking a lot of times. Having those.
Especially against trolls. I faced this troll player in Iron Arena, and my Slaughterhousers just cleaned house.
Yeah, and they have, the ability to get +2 on their charge attacks. I mean, just, wow, what an amazing unit. Yeah. So.
1 of 2.
You said you made them blue and red, one to look like Kador.
Yeah, and one to look like Signarian.
Yeah, you should totally paint the logos on them. That would be awesome looking.
Yeah, or
like scratched up versions of them.
Yeah, I'd probably end up going in on the blue paint and take like a little tiny needle and scratch it.
Yeah,
and
cool.
Get the symbols onto them.
I know we could talk about this later, but I got some chrome paint for you. That'd be amazing looking for that.
Oh, sweet. Can't wait to see
scratches.
that one.
So, all right.
And
So
the
Beast
Bone
run
Grinder
up,
is just the one unit that's not running. Oh my gosh.
and that concludes the fastest turn in Counter Slam history.
Yay, 35 points.
Yeah, of course it's a 35-point game, so that's probably why. So I turn for Gators, my little custom faction Gator faction logo. So I decided to go and activate Jaga first. And I noticed she has that Spell Piercer, which is amazing. And, you know, because it actually helps me get past your Defender's Ward, which I honestly didn't even realize that would have been, like, a thing.
That just like, well, no, and I have 2 folks to do whatever I want. I didn't realize it was an upkeep spell, so it kind of made sense to keep casting it every turn.
Yeah. So. And then I decided to put Grave Wind on the Totem Hunter, which I thought was pretty good, because anytime you can give the
A high defense Poltergeist.
Yeah, I mean,
and give it even more defense.
Yeah, so he's got stealth, so you're already gonna have to move in to engage him. And if you do, then
Yeah.
good luck hitting him.
Since the start of the game, I was looking at that Totem Hunter, and I'm like, how in the world am I gonna deal with this Totem Hunter? It prayed Helga, and I'm like, I need to find some way to deal with it.
So then I move up my Samuel Jackson. Not him, not yet. I have a toad. One of the toads. He's black and he's got red shells. I call him Samuel Jackson.
Always the first to die.
Yeah, he's always my first one to die. So first guy throws against the pig across the water there, hits.
And here comes my tough
dice
check.
-5, and got it. So yeah, so see if you make your tough check.
And tough.
He does.
I'm a troll now.
So I'm like, okay, that's how this game's gonna go. I see it already.
I was hoping.
Writing's on the wall.
I was so hoping.
You know, it's so funny. Your models are so red that it's
messing with the camera.
Yeah, my white balance. So Samuel Jackson decides to throw it at the other pig there because I know he's going to charge him next turn. Like, okay, so go ahead and roll. I do it. I hit. I only need a 6 to hit. And of course, got the poison on
tough
there.
roll, not tough.
Yeah, it doesn't make a tough roll. Yay!
You killed one.
First blood. So
It'd be amazing if the Slaughterhouser unit was more than 6 models.
Oh,
I'd be happy paying like 3 more points for a full 10-man unit of Slaughterhousers.
Yeah, they're definitely worth every point, definitely. So I decided to run to the Totem Hunter there and kind of build it off the screen, I guess, but yeah. There's not really much else I can do with him. So I decided to go ahead and run up the Gators. They make it up the field there. Okay, so there's that. Then I decide I'm going to go ahead and activate the Wrestler. I'm going to run him and Rile for 1 and keep him up there. Not really much else I can do with him at the moment, so then I can do the Swamp Horror next. Same thing, run Rile for an extra 1 there, so got 2. Again, not much else I can really do. So move the Gobbies, drops their Cloud. And I got 1 model left, which is the Bull Snapper, who decided to go ahead and move up. And thinking about now, I should have ran the other way and put the Spiny Growth on the Wrestler.
Yeah, I was kind of like the Bull Snapper was like, I think it went the wrong way.
Didn't have, I was like, well, I guess put it on the Swamp Horror because he's close enough. So boom. Good luck damaging him with a ranged attack ever.
Yeah, like the only ranged attacks I got in this army are the Gumbores.
Yeah, so and we're gonna move up Throlg, just see what happens. So.
I thought he had.
Okay.
It says resume, go. Alright, turn 2.
Alright, so
So what's gonna happen here is Helga's gonna activate first. She's going to advance forward. And she's got to check her control. I forgot to activate the Bone Grinders first to give Helga the Talisman for +2 range on her spells. But instead, she's just going to spend 2 for dash to give her miles enough speed to get over the water.
So she's done. Yeah. Do a run charge
That
order
sucks
on
when
the
you
Slaughterhouser activation.
Yeah, you it's just like the choir. Always activate the choir
Speed 7's
first.
pretty good.
It's always activate the bone grinders first.
You know what's weird? Helga's a small base unit, or
Yeah.
plus model, and she's only speed 5, but Helga's a medium base, she's speed 6. So she's actually the fastest Gator caster we have, I think. Well, Rask might be 6.
Yeah, I'm thinking Rask might be a bit faster.
So, but yeah, so running to engage and stuff, or no, you're charging.
Yep.
Samuel Jackson.
Yes, and I will kill Sammy. Well, attempt to make him live the tradition.
Yeah, always my first model to die. So it's helping you out there with your movement.
Yeah, hard to see when the model and water and everything's in the way. He's gonna run up to engage the totem for what it's worth.
Yeah, he's out of command range by a good deal. So, so you're rolling against Sammy.
First, Farrow's gonna swing.
Mat of 8, defense 13, so you need a 5. And definitely hits. I have a feeling it's probably dead. So I think you're like dice -3.
Yeah, dice -3 on the dice.
And so
he's not a war beast.
Yeah, he doesn't.
So 7 damage and kill Sammy again.
Yeah, always first to die. Sorry, Sammy.
Checking the range on the slaughterhouser there. In range.
Yeah, guy's out of range, so.
All right, first guy trying the trigger finisher.
So spread the hate on this little Gator here.
Yep, trying the trigger finisher for the second slaughterhouser.
Yeah, dice -7 on damage.
And roll 1 less than
so
actually.
Armor, so no damage. Woo! Unyielding is
not
a
the
thing.
finisher.
That's -7 on that guy, so you do good 4 points of damage, so it's half.
Yeah,
not bad.
Would have been more.
Not that Tough would have even done anything for him at that point.
The gun was gonna move up. It's gonna lob a shot at that
shoot the Gator. It's like, what did I do?
You're standing there.
Yeah, so.
So I'm going to boost the damage roll.
Defense 13. I need an 8 to hit, so I missed my 1, so he deviates.
Again.
So 6 inches to the 5, which I think we realized it could only go 5. It can only go max 5 inches. So the big measurement ends up being like 9.5. So it goes about 4.5 inches away. And so measuring it out, and we move it over, and it ends up hitting just the slaughterhouse.
It hits the leader of the slaughterhouse unit. I need an 8 to crack armor.
Yeah.
And no.
He's good. So second gun bore. Walk up.
It's going to walk up. It's going to attempt to launch a shot at the Far Gator.
I have a healthy respect for the gun bores after seeing what they can do.
Oh, I had no respect for them until I actually played them, and then I'm like, holy crap, these things are amazing.
Yeah, I like them a lot.
They're walking gun batteries.
Mm-hmm. Their damage is good. Their armor is good.
Carver with his batting on the hatches makes them armor 20.
That's respectable for a small or medium-based model, you know.
They got 24 boxes too, which is
3-inch weight ends up just over the Gator.
Yep.
The one that's been hit. So
last damage is 7.
7.
So I'm gonna boost that.
It's like dice -11. So yeah.
And 1 less again than usual. The Signarian slaughterhouses are going to just run. But keep up. Try to block up some charge lane.
Alright. So you run the Signar bacon up. Hey, you know, run these guys up to like trying to jam up Jaga.
Yeah, I'm just feeding her stuff. And at this point, I realize that I'm just feeding stuff to her for her feet.
Yeah, this is kind of where I realized that, you know, how crappy it was to put the water right there where it was, because it was such a stumbling block for you. You know, my guys would have just walked clean over it. So I think if you would have gotten the Alpha Strike here, and
I would have steamrolled your army.
You definitely would have taken out quite a few pieces in the front row. you know,
especially with the Warhogs soon to get in there as well.
Yeah, yeah. So I like the Warhogs too. Those are pretty awesome. So first one's going to force a run.
Hawking 8 pounds of pewter right there.
I think it's really heavy.
And now also going to run. It's going to rile and run.
Yeah, it's funny. I just was looking at all their abilities and stuff like that. It's just they're such amazing beasts.
Oh yeah, they're very versatile. If they get to something, they're gonna kill it.
Yeah.
And the Bungar's just gonna move up, and
it's good for every faction to have one of those types of beasts. You
Yeah.
know, something that just murder machine, sort of like the Wrestler, obviously for Gators.
yeah.
You know, because most of the other stuff, you know, really doesn't have. Even the Swamp Horror, its tentacles are only POW 12. So, I mean, that's not going to do anything. The only way that does anything is if you get Rask and you put Fury
Yeah.
on it. Otherwise, he goes after infantry, maybe lights, but not heavies.
Yeah.
He just can't do heavies. Unless he's doing something cool like a double-handed throw or double tentacle throw. So, move up Throlg. He goes and hits the first Slaughterhouser, the one farther away from him, with his reach on his face.
And tough
It's a tough check. Misses it, so he gets a soul. Just kidding, no. He got the claw attack against this guy.
You hit.
He does hit. And so anything but, I think, Snake Eyes are pretty close.
And tough. Because tough. I'm playing trolls now. Yay.
Yeah, pigs are...
And
cool.
tough again.
It's nice the pigs have that, though. Yeah. So, yeah, he's knocked down. Can't really do much else. Decided to run the Swamp Horror up. He actually doesn't have much line of sight on anything at that point.
Yeah.
So, couldn't even charge the other guy to get to him. So, decided to run him and keep him safe in the water. Figure he can't get shot. And, you know, he's got decent armor as is anyway, so figure he probably wouldn't take too much of a hit. Jaga moves up, pops her feet, decides to... I'm trying to get her so she can cast Reach on the Wrestler, because he... through the Swamp Horror's Animus, because all its attacks, melee attacks, reach. It's gonna be pretty devastating with the Wrestler. So he goes to cast
Grave one? Is that what it was?
No, the other one, yeah.
The other... Crap, it escapes my mind now.
I know.
Bone shit? No, not bone.
Deadweight.
Deadweight, there we go.
Yeah, I missed him with a 3. So then I decided not to chance it, and I decided to go and sit on 1 because I don't want to.
And then realize that didn't stop the totem hunter, and I'm freaking out because I trying to figure out a way to kill it.
Yeah. So what I figured I'd try to do is I would try to kill this guy, and hopefully get it. And so he doesn't make the tough check. So he's dead, and then I get a chance to sprint him away. And then I remember, oh, hey, Austin, you need to put that model back because my feet turn. So he puts it back. And I just go and walk up to engage
walk it over to the Warhawk.
I wish you get it one free attack. I really wish you did.
That'd be silly.
Yeah, I mean, the scoring has that.
You know, it'd be hilarious if you get taken trouble with a Slaughterhouser, and if you somehow get a free attack, if you hit one of your own models that has damage on it, it gets Weapon Master.
Yeah.
That'd hurt.
Pretty good. So, and what I like about that too is that the models don't have. I mean, if they had an attack, it'd be great. But if that they still do free strikes is amazing. So
Yeah, especially Reach.
Yeah, and I charged with the Croak Hunter there, and he missed. He only needed a 6 to hit, and he like a 3 or something stupid. So, not gonna work. So, moving models up here, charging things, trying to keep my lane clear for my Wrestler to come through. At this point, though, I start to realize that maybe the Wrestler isn't going to have enough space to actually get through because that he's right near that corner to charge the big guy in the back, the Warhog. It is not gonna look
I
good.
think you would clip that corner if you tried the charge.
Yeah, there's probably not much.
So,
I can really do.
Gator and Posse on the knockdown one.
So it's an auto tough check.
And not tough.
Not tough. So then I go to make a move, and then we come to realize that you can't move a model that's knocked down.
Yeah.
So it's actually a good deterrent to have against Jaga to have units that are tough, because if this happens,
Yeah, and they tough it out.
They tough it out, and then they get killed. They can't do anything. So
it's a nice little loophole.
Yeah, so I hit with the second guy, and then I go ahead and decide to do the ability where they re-rolled her to hit rolls because I realized they need to hit for this feat.
Yeah,
more than
they can't be missing
defense because they got pretty good armor engaged, so I'm not too worried about them whether they hit or not. So the second guy makes a tough check, which is now great when I decide to kill him for the next attack. He's not going to be able to move again. He can't engage anybody, so the dark shot doesn't even really work either.
No. Nope.
So not tough. Still knocked down. Yay raw.
Yay raw tough.
So the third Gator is gonna charge the slaughterhouse there. I'm like, here he goes, make his tough check again. Oh, but he doesn't make his tough check. So
Nada.
I'm like, all right, finally a model I get to move and do something with. Man, that swamp horror right there, that's where I wanted him right there, because I'm like, I've got a beeline on your caster.
Yep.
It's gonna be really good next turn. And, yeah, because the swamp or totem hunter, man, he's like Mat 10 against prey target.
Yeah, he's going to kill her if I can't kill him next turn. So that's like high on my priority list.
Yeah, I think POW 16 on his weapon too.
Is he weapon master?
No, not weapon master, but POW 16 is on a charge with reach. It's pretty sick against the prey target.
Earthquake.
Earthquake. Roll to hit. Reroll miss attack roll, which is good. The one Gator's attacking the. No,
not tough. More stuff in my face.
That's the model that he charged, so get that out of the way. Then I kind of just try to debate. I don't know if I want the guy on the left or the guy on the right. I end up deciding to go with the model on the right because I wanted to try and clear the charge lane for the Wrestler again, or to and also to engage the gun bore, because I figure if you can get to the gun bore, then it'll stop you from shooting because you'll be engaged, which would be nice. And so Boxcar definitely hits. It doesn't make us tough, so I get a chance to actually move him, and I decided to go ahead and do that. So walks up, and he does actually get a chance to engage both beasts there, which is nice. And although I actually forget about that later. You'll see why in a second. So anyway, he wrestles. I decided to go and just move the wrestler around. I'm going to figure he'll just go ahead and attack the guy in front of him. Get rid of the last slaughterhouse. The last thing I need is him to be in the way for things. So I figure the other guy in the back is engaged enough. So I needed a 6 to hit. I boosted. I got a 7, so it's a good thing I did boost. And so it doesn't make a tough check. So I go to move him over, but then I realize he's not the leader, so I swap him for the leader.
Yeah.
Or that was the leader. So swap out, move the guy over there, give your leader back, and then I move the gobbers up. I figure it's been a pretty successful feat turn. It turned out better than I thought it was going to initially with all those missed attacks, or all the tough rolls, which kind of sucked. And but I managed to pull it off. I think it's enough to jam you up, like I said, just kind of get you. Just be a nuisance enough for you. He'll give me a chance to get a really good alpha strike next turn if I could against your beast. So, so that is my turn. I decided to put the spiny growth, by the way, on the wrestler. So,
all right, Pig's turn 3.
Turn 3.
So the main priority of this turn is going to be killing that totem hunter.
Yeah, he was kind of poking his head out of the forest there.
And Helga sees it's not. He's like, "There's no way I can." I thought about moving Helga over to kill it, but then I realized there's a swamp horror sitting right there. And now I'm going to do it right. I'm going to activate the bone grinders first and put talisman on Helga.
Yeah. And so, going to do distraction on the wrestler.
Yep.
Or not distraction, sorry, muzzle. Now, we did make a mistake. We made 2 mistakes with muzzle. One, we mistook it for being an upkeep spell.
Yeah.
And 2, we didn't realize that it had the damage to actually affect. So, which kind of plays out actually sort of really well here. Because while he doesn't do any damage,
Yeah.
we do assume that's an upkeep spell, and we put it on there. But it doesn't really come back to bite me, which is good. So
9.
yeah. So technically, right now we have it where he's set where it's got a muzzle on him.
Then now time for the clutch play. Gumbor turns around and is gonna shoot a Totem Hunter. Clutch roll.
Totem Hunter, 16 in a forest. I can handle that.
Against Rat 5.
Yeah, I'm like,
yeah, we're gonna boost it.
13s. I actually set the dice down. I go to the screen.
Clutch play.
And he's like, I got it. I'm like, what? I'm like, you hear me in the background. What? And I'm like, so I'm like, oh.
Yeah, killing Totem Hunter.
I'm
like, thank you, Gunbor.
Armor 15 -2.
-2, I'm boosting the damage. And
he could get a low. No, we didn't get a low roll. He dies.
Bang! And there was one headache I had out of the game.
Now I was a little, not worried, just a little upset. Man,
dice rolls like that shouldn't happen, right?
But that's the thing, right? You either get the Totem Hunter when he's kind of trying to sneak around you, or you get smacked. And
you kill him after he smacks you, assuming you're still alive.
Yeah, he's one of those pieces, you can keep with the rest of your army and kind of, hope that he doesn't take any blast damage and survives. He'll do okay.
Yeah.
Or you try to sneak him around. I was really hoping with the low point game to sneak him around. It would have been fun.
The Warhawk uses Animus Massacre and charges the swamp, the toad.
Yep. So
he hits. Attack damage.
I know he's dead. And technically you would have taken a free strike from the guy left because he was actually in melee range, but I forgot about that. So
yes.
I was like, whatever.
And Massacre allows me to move an inch.
Yeah, right? That's really cool.
So we're going to move an inch, and we're going to find the next squishiest target. So we're going to swing on the Gator.
Oh, now you take the free strike from the second guy. I do remember the second guy. I just forgot that he was engaged.
And I'm like, okay, that's fine. It's a Warhawk. I can take it.
Yeah. So he does hit.
Then I realized it's more... I'm afraid it might hurt it more than I actually thought.
Yeah, so you're not engaged with Dark Shroud. And armor is 18. 11. That's 5. Oh no, I guess so. Dark Shroud did can. I guess there was a model that was engaged with him. So.
And ouch.
7 damage to the 2. Has all aspects left because you obviously want to roll those odd columns, not the even ones, because you're not usually taking out much, at least not against a big beast.
And now Warhog swings on the Gator.
It needs a 6, so
and hits
or 6 7. So
Tyrant strength is 16 on the Gator. And that's a dead Gator.
Yep, counting it up. Yeah, he did.
And he gets his master move.
I'm like, oh my gosh. Now, I thought he was going to go ahead and move up to the Wrestler, but he didn't. So we decided...
I couldn't have... With 1 inch, I couldn't... Without reach, I couldn't get...
Yeah, I still want to go after the other Gator, so I moved him over for you. Yeah, he's fine, so he didn't take any free strikes.
I couldn't kill the Wrestler either if I went for it because it was maxed upon Fury already.
So he's 6
and misses.
Miss. Second initial, which is amazing. That's so cool that he has that massacre thing. It's sick. So -2 on damage rolls. Only does 2 damage, which puts him at like more than 2 hit points left.
And I'm like sad. And then I hit him with my tusk.
He goes to hit him with tusks. He goes for the tusks and misses.
And sad face. He's maxed out.
Yeah, he got a lot of axe off there. That's pretty awesome.
So Warhog's going to move up in the way of the...
Yeah, so...
My whole goal was putting him between... In case you tried to slam him or throw him that... To knock Helga down, I could be there.
I hit. Again, he's not damaged. He can't take a hit from the other guy because he...
and ouch.
7 to the 5.
And that's an odd that's an odd column too.
Yeah, so finisher. I have to activate finisher because he hadn't taken any damage. And he made one other mistake here.
Yeah, aggression dial only lasts for my turn.
Yeah, it only lasts for your turn. We thought it lasted for a round. Yeah. And we played it out that way, but looking at it later, we
realized it didn't even matter.
Yeah, it doesn't really come into play. So.
And I kill my spirit.
He took out his own spirit. That's terrible.
And I just killed my own spirit. Sad face.
What was that called? What's his ability? Spirit dial?
Aggression
dial, yeah. Called spirit dial. Turned off. So, alright, so he goes to charge. Swamp Horror, I'm like, Swamp Horror's doing pretty good. He's armor 17.
Yeah, what can I do, right?
Yeah,
so he just walks up,
right,
smacks
so
the Swamp Horror.
Defense 10, kind of sense. Yeah.
And now Patrick 11.
That's a -6 on a charge. I'm like, alright, we can do this.
Smack.
Rolls an 8. 8 damage. 8 damage against his 1. So it actually takes out his head, or his mind. And I'm like, oh no. So that's the end of his turn. Turn 3 for me. I'm like, okay, well,
the field finally gets free of all the clutter.
Yeah, we get rid of all the little guys, and that's what their board looks like.
And my board looks slightly less favorable.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, I got more than I thought. So,
what Gators lack in numbers, they make up in their survivability, I think.
True. Yeah, it's sort of like Legion. Yeah, it's probably one reason why I like playing with so much. So, plus the Gatorman posse is like one of the best units in the game. So I go ahead and upkeep escorts. I let, so I walk up here. I figure what I'm going to try to do was go ahead and cast, I was going to go ahead and cast Dead Weight on this guy again. I'm like, hey, I need a 5 to hit. As your 12. I'm a magic 7. So yeah, I figure I'm like, dead weight. Let's go get this guy.
Yeah, dead weight. Let's hit it. You only need like 4 to hit.
5 to hit. So
Saying here, roll that 3 again.
I'm like, all right, well, you know what? I'm gonna do it again because obviously I'm gonna hit again. So
yeah,
I'm killing this dude whether you like it or not, and I roll 3 again. So
and you roll a 3 again.
I'm like, that rolled 3 on the guy 3 times. I mean, what are the? I don't even know what the odds of that are.
He's a pro.
And
then I saw that Helga had no fury on her.
Jaga?
Jaga, yeah. Jaga had no fury on her.
Like, no. I know I'm a sitting duck. I'm like, okay, I'm probably dead this turn. So I go ahead and move up the Swamp Horror. If I was smart, I would realize I could have moved in between those two. Actually, I had gotten a shot on both of them, and I didn't for whatever reason. So I
was very angry.
I did heal him for 1 point with Jaga, so his mind was back. And he's one of my favorite painted models, too.
The Swamp Horror?
Yeah. I really like the way it turned out. So he hits this guy, POW 16, tough check, he's dead. I'm like, there's really nothing else he can do. So just kind of done. Why doesn't he have sprint?
Yes, why doesn't the Swamp Horror have sprint? I can never guess.
So Gators activating, like, all right, let's try to take out whatever we can here. So guy's going to charge the Warhog there. The one, of course, doesn't get the charge. The one just kind of turns and faces. And the last guy decided I'm going to go after the gun borer. I don't know why the gun borer. I think it's just because I still just didn't want to get shot. So.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool beast.
I am engaging both beasts, so I kind of consider him he's going to be dead next turn because I know that Warhog is going to rip him to shreds. So auto tough on that guy. Tough.
And tough.
So there's a guy there. He's got his bite. So tough check.
And tough again.
Like, dang, that dude.
They're doing like a boss.
He is the most resilient slaughterhouser on the face of the planet.
Apparently, I thought about painting him after this. I thought about giving him a little extra, like.
So yeah, that's the one charging or attacking the. This one is not the boosted one. It does only 1 damage to 6. Oh my gosh, here we go. And that's the one thing I really hate about the Gators. Their attacks are really.
They're really pillow-fisted.
Yeah. Well, I say that, but they're infantry,
Yeah.
I mean, they're 13s. How much more could you expect them to be, right?
Slaughterhouse is 11.
Yeah. So.
And they have 2 or 3 attacks.
They have 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did some decent damage on him that time, but still nothing out. So this is against the nothing damage wise for his bite. Gosh, look, here we go. So I'm going against the gun boar, and I miss.
Ooh, you miss a gun boar. It just kind of sidestepped, I think.
Yeah, I missed both your beasts that I would attack this turn. So second attack, 2 damage to the 3 on the guy. Now I'm actually going to slam the big guy with the bull snapper. I'm like hoping that I might be able to slam him into the other one. I don't know if there's enough room, but I figure I might as well give it a shot. So slam, boost to hit. Anything but 3 1s does it. It does it. And slam D3 inches away, ends up being 3 inches. And damage is negligible.
Yeah.
Unless you collateral damage, which I didn't realize. I actually rolled the damage first and then I moved him, but he ends up actually not connecting, so it ends up working out okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you definitely want to make sure you move your slam model first, because obviously the collateral damage can be quite
Especially, I had to learn slam because of Helga's feet.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those mechanics that's just so odd, because it rarely comes up.
Yeah, so I end up like right in front, and I'm like, okay. So I'm like, okay, I need to get rid of the upkeep spell on the Gator that actually doesn't have an upkeep on him. Anyway, so I was like, whatever, I'll just roll an attack. I don't know that I would have done much else with him, honestly, at this point anyway. So roll, I hit, not gets rid of the upkeep, what I think is an upkeep spell, but it's not. But that's how that works. In case you do have an upkeep spell, you can do that on your own model.
Mm-hmm.
And I decide to... so roll damage. Dice miss 7. And I roll 7, so nothing happens. Exactly nothing. And I decide Wrestler's gonna go finish some stuff off. I decide I'm gonna go ahead and slam the Warhog, who's already knocked down. Which is funny because I actually rolled a hit. That was my mistake. I forgot he was already knocked down. So
yeah.
I actually boost a hit. I boost a hit a knockdown model. Fantastic. You think you made mistakes in games? Wait till you make that mistake.
Boost a knockdown. Okay, you need 3-1 still. Okay.
Yeah. So, see, no game is without mistakes. No game is without mistakes.
No.
This is a nice friendly game.
Even in the higher ups, there's if you look carefully, there's small little.
Yeah.
Things.
So I do 7 damage to the 2 because the collateral damage gets slammed. So they both take collateral damage. And minus I think 6, so only 3 damage to the 4 on the guy behind, which is okay. Now the spirit's out, and so every little bit helps. Then I'm gonna go ahead and buy an attack, straight dice or dice minus 1, sorry, against the Warhog, and ends up doing 8 to the 5, which is enough to take him out.
And he's got 1.
Gone. There's, of course, no damage on my Raster yet, so I can't snack on him.
Mm-hmm.
So Helga reaves all that, which is fine. I'm not going to be able to get to her this turn anyway. I'm hoping there'll be enough there I can actually save my caster this turn.
Yeah, I was looking at trying to see if there's a way to get the Jaga-Jaga with keeping my Fury intact.
There definitely was an opportunity to go for an assassination, although...
there are still a few things on the board I needed to get rid of.
Yeah.
And this pretty much right here forces me to not be able to do an assassination on this turn.
Yeah.
Had to stand up the Warhog and...
Yeah, so you stand a Warhog. Helga goes and pops her feet.
Slamming everywhere. Yay!
Woo! So he goes to roll.
Mm-hmm.
On the Gator.
Gator?
Man of 8. So it's 13, so 5, 6.
And that's a hit.
Minus 4 on damage, still just 10 damage. Like, wow.
Grr.
That's pretty good. So he gets slammed away, actually, and then he dies, but there's no models behind him, so there's no damage. It doesn't hit anything. Kept hoping maybe you'd slam one of my models into one of your models. That'd be funny.
And then Helga's going to Cyclone back and stay on her last 2. Gunboard's gonna fight next.
Yeah, just in case the rest will survive. Well, we never know. You got some pretty good damage coming up on the board, so.
Yeah.
Now, I thought that Helga's feat said that any attack would slam. I didn't realize it was just melee attacks, so. That'd be cool, though, to have, like, ranged slam attacks. That'd be sick. Have a bunch of little
Crit smite.
have a bunch of Commodore cannons on your side shooting stuff.
Oh my gosh, give the gun boys the ability.
Yeah. That'd be pretty sick.
Sadly, no.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they'll save that for the Commodore cannons and the gun mages.
The 7th hits. And power strength 11, so -8. And so I do some damage.
9, 12, 4 damage to 1. Good job, little guy, with your little fist of iron.
So need a 7 to hit.
And no.
Is it done?
This is when I pray not to knock my spirit again.
Yeah.
And my spirit remains intact.
Yeah, so it's pretty good. Although it sucks you had to do 3 more damage to yourself.
Well, I guess that's the trade-off you get when you want +2 strength on all your attacks.
Yep, so he charges in. 6 is hits.
Crunch. It should be 20 because of nope, it shouldn't be 20 because of Warby Stone Count Torch Gang Fighter.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, right? Yeah.
I should have ran the Bone Grinders in there.
Yeah, that kind of worked.
Second cleaver
misses.
Tusk
hits.
The Tusk have crit knockdown.
17, so you're -2 on damage. Because of the aggression pile, it gets +2 strength on the horns, which is really good. That makes his Tusk stronger than the Death Jacks. That's pretty awesome. Standard. Yeah, he actually does more damage than the Death Jack. I mean, he's the same on his claws.
Yeah.
But his tusks are actually stronger. It's just I can get 5 focus on him where you only get 4 fury. So I don't know.
And then I miss again.
It's a good thing. So throw the slaughterhouse right at my gator.
I know, it's like, screw this.
I was kind of thinking finisher is going to really suck right now against my gator. So I thought he was probably going to die. Weapon master. Oof.
Yeah.
That's -8, but so
if one of those dice were a little bit higher.
I think he had like 5 or 6 hit points
I really
left.
needed that Wrestler to die.
Yeah.
I really did.
He had more than I thought. He only had one aspect out, which was his head.
I think Helga's going to have to get down and dirty with this thing in order to finally kill it.
Oh, you don't know? Actually, no. I don't think he had anything out. He had like 1 hit point in like each because you did 4 to his head and he has 5 boxes there. So I think he actually had one hit point, well, a couple hit points in each, but he had 1 in his head, so I didn't have to heal him for anything.
So he's gonna charge the Gator.
Yep. So.
And he hits. And slams them back into the.
Gobbers fellow crew. So.
Which I'm like, wow, this is pretty.
So nothing on the Gator, and then you end up doing collateral.
Strength 7 on the Goblin crew.
Yeah, so you have 5s to kill.
No, it wasn't much of an issue.
Yeah.
Once you get to the Swamp Gobbers, they kind of just fall apart.
5 does it, so he's dead. So that goes both. So no more clouds for.
And that was one of the pieces of the assassination to be done.
That gun boy was like, "Hey, what's all this commotion behind me?" Turns around.
I should have shot the dog.
Oh, you probably wouldn't have able to seen him, but because those medium bases.
Oh yeah,
anyway, so.
medium base need to be taller to see over.
Yep. So I need a 10 to hit. You're going for the Gator there. And you get it. Man, it's like you're getting all the big rolls. So -3. Yeah, so you're going after the leader Gator.
Yep. boost the damage.
Yeah, so I kept thinking they were slims.
That'd be so funny. I wish. Everyone would just take gun
I
voice
was
with
like,
Helga.
why wasn't he slamming with his range attacks?
Everyone would be taking it with Helga.
Yeah. So 6 damage. And, yeah. So, this has got a couple of points left.
Yay! The Bone Grinders are actually going to do something useful other than Craftsman Talisman. They're all going to get base with the leader of the squad.
They have a really cool ability.
Especially since their maximum unit is 6.
Yeah. It's funny, the gun bore sitting right there, it looks like they're all holding a gun.
Yeah.
Hang on, we're going to fire this for you.
Yeah. They put a little guy holding the...
Yeah, so...
And they're going to shoot an arcane bolt at the Gabi. At the, Though he's engaged, I'm not too concerned because these things are magic 7, and they get +1 for each guy base with the leader.
So you're going after the Gator that's knocked down, is that right?
The Gator.
Oh. Yeah. Anything but Snake Eyes hit, so yeah. Hits, armor 16, because he's knocked down. Can't really get anything. I don't think he gets the gauge bonus when he's knocked down, so...
Smack.
Ends up killing him. Jaga gets a soul. Kidding, no, I wish.
Yeah, that'd be so... The casket. That's so going. The casket's going to be like something out of Crix.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be awesome. So, alright, I'm like, okay, it's payback time. I'm trying to wipe out all this stuff. I'm like, you didn't kill my wrestler. He's gonna eat you.
I was sad.
So
that should have been dead.
Yeah, I feel your pain. He probably should have been dead. But he wasn't.
Yeah.
So Cloud goes bye-bye forever. I still go ahead and upkeep Escort because I figure maybe I'll get some use out of the armor bonus as well as have the couple of my gears get a couple extra. So I'm like, all right, well, if this Roadhog thing doesn't go so hot, maybe I can slam him again with the Bull Snapper. But so I go to cast. No, I wasn't. I decided against casting Gravewind again. I didn't want to roll another 3 against that guy.
Yeah.
So, or
against that, it's still the same guy.
Yeah, Gravewind. I put Gravewind on the
guy that's resisted everything up to this point.
Yeah. So I'm still sitting on a couple Fury just in case I need transfers. I got a couple of good beasts that still haven't been hurt yet.
Yeah.
So -5, nothing. Second attack, -5. That's the Warhog there. 6 damage to the 1. Pretty good. Then against the Slaughterhouser, I hit 13. Next tough roll.
And Nutooth.
And he's dead. I'm like,
finally.
Yay!
Took him long enough.
So I decided to go and charge Swamp Horror against the Beast. I probably should have just slammed him, knocked him over all your guys. And
slammed and killed all the Bone Grinders.
I wasn't sure I was going to have enough room for it. It wasn't until I actually measured. That's the only reason why I didn't do it.
You kill the Bone Grinders like I killed all your Swamp Gobbers.
That'd be amazing. Like, how do you like it? How you like it?
Maybe get enough to get to Helga too.
Yeah. So I got a crit on the beak, which is cool.
And you completely
Right, yeah, I guess so. Whatever damage the damage ends on, whatever column, it fills out the rest of the damage on that column. So, so I decided to go and roll. So -1 on the damage roll. So 9 damage to the 6.
Yep.
And which is obviously going to spill over into the 1.
And 1 just goes.
Yeah. So it ends up the 6 and the 1s. Decided to make the second attack. It's only POW 12, so -5. And this is where, like, I hate that it's only 12. It just sucks. I mean, I get why it's a 12. It's just got little spindly legs.
It has a lot of attacks.
Yeah. 4 base attacks is pretty awesome. So I do 2 damage to the 2 on the second or third attack. So the last one, I was like, I missed.
Yeah.
So I end up deciding to buy an attack and I boost it because I'm hoping I'll get another crit. Figured it'd be really nice to get another aspect. So I hit, but not a crit, unfortunately. So it's POW 16 -1. I'm like, so another 4 damage to 6. And I don't even know if it took out any other aspects or not. I'm like, that just sucks for a heavy to charge on medium base model and not be able to take it out. It's terrible.
Perk of gun bore.
Yeah, so Throlg
Gonna charge the poor Slaughterhouser.
I'm all cheating over there, moving my models around. Look at all that. So go to attack 7. This is with his claw. I need a 5 to hit, which hits. That's like, so I need anything but low roll. So I get him, and it makes tough check and misses. Yay! It's assault. I'm just kidding. And we measured it out. I was actually close enough.
You've been playing too much cricks
on the gun bore, which hits, and it's POW like 13, I think. 13, yeah. So
Armor's 17.
-4. I do 1 to the 5, and any upkeeps on him expire immediately, which is nothing. So yeah. So all right. So I'm boosting to hit on the Warhog.
Yeah.
Take this guy out. So hits.
At this point, there's not much left of him.
Yeah, I know. So -1. And I do 7 to the 2. And he's got 1 hit point left. Like, dang it! I'm like, all right, well, I got 2 more attacks. So 5 + 6 11. So it hits, and it's 14. So -4, and another 5 to the 3. And I decide I'm going to go and snack. So yeah, 3 points.
When a model stacks, you don't get the Fury off it, right?
No.
Okay.
The model is removed from play, but you don't have a way to bring it back anyway.
Mm.
So -3 for the 4 on the gun bore. Like, let's take this dude out too.
I was wondering why I just didn't throw him on the ground. Only on a crit.
Yeah. So straight dice damage. They're 11 to the 2. And start looking at damage. And he's got 4 hit points left. I'm like, well, go ahead and buy another attack. So we're going to snack on this dude too. So I decided not to buy the last attack because I need something to transfer to if I get hit, and I don't know.
All right. Pig's turn 5.
I figured the gun bore wasn't going to be able to do much. So
No. At this point, I'm kind of struggling to find what I'm going to do here.
These guys are moving.
Bone Graders are going to activate first, like they always should, and they're going to shoot the Gator.
All right, defense 13, because they've got their great +1 defense ability. So 14 -2.
No, -4 damage.
Oh, enough to kill him. Whatever it is. So.
And Helga's going to charge the Wrestler.
She actually charges a Wrestler. Yeah, I was kind of like,
I need to get rid of this Wrestler.
Yeah, what we were thinking of was that you could kill the Wrestler and then, or at least hit him, and then Tornado up, Cyclone up to Helga.
Jaga, but then you had Fury on her. And I'm like, and you had transfers too, and I'm like, I'm not going to do enough damage.
Yeah, we kind of realized it's probably going to be a big mistake. So ends up charging, and I was like,
but it needed to die anyways.
I even told him, I was like, you could kill the Wrestler right now. He's pretty hurt. He's only got like 5 or 6 hit points.
And it needed to die. I didn't have any heavies left, and I just couldn't let the Wrestler just go.
Yeah, it's got 6 hit points left. Sorry. So 6 to hit.
Hits.
And you put a Fury on him. And Power Strike 14, so you're -4. Or -5. Sorry, -5. And you consider lights out.
Yeah! So, that's how you do it, Helga.
And he is dead.
Skewered.
I'm not reaving that Fury.
Nah.
Yeah, it's a little too much to reave. All my stuff with Frenzy. At least I didn't want my Swamp Order Frenzy next turn. I was going to beat him.
So. I was just going to poke the Bull Snapper.
Yeah, so you got it ranged. Just double checking. And so.
Buy a spear. You know, her spear isn't called anything. It's just the hunting spear.
Yeah.
I figured it'd have a cool name like the Conqueror or something.
Yeah. It's just that thing she found.
It's just a spear. It's just a hunting spear.
That thing in the corner, the spear. So she hits again, really good, boosting the hit. So damage roll. I think you're like straight dice. And it's a 14. So,
Yep. She still has a shield cannon that I always forget she has.
Yeah, well, I told you not to put Fury on him because you're going to put a Fury on the Snapper, but I was like, no, you want to leave it because then she'll have to cut herself the next turn. So
that's one damage that wasn't there, I suppose.
Yeah, that's how you got to play it sometimes. So 5 damage to 5, which actually took out his spirit. He has a really low number in his spirit, so that one shot did it. I'm like, oh, that sucks. So now I have to like.
At this point, I realized that Helga's a sitting duck right now.
Yeah, so go ahead and Cyclone back. That's about as far as she can go because Cyclone does not give Pathfinder, which
that messed her up. I'm like, yeah, oh no.
I think it would give her like flight, right? You know, because Cyclone.
Yeah, because you're kind of going into a tornado.
Yeah, right. So.
All right. Now I pray. Helga's
safe. Shoot. I miss. And yeah, this is a melee attack that you're doing.
Yeah.
I thought you were shooting something, but it was a melee attack.
No, I'm just rolling 1 dice.
And so yeah, armor 17, strength of 11, so -6. You did boost the damage. So. Yep, so you got to roll 1 more red there since it's boosted. And 3 damage to the 4.
So the Gunboar is going to turn around, and it is going to move up to Thulg and attempt to punt Thulg in the face. So we're at a 5 against Thulg's ridiculous defense.
Yeah, I was afraid that you were going to take Thrall out. He really, you know, he's a good piece.
He hit?
He did survive longer than I thought. I don't think I've ever actually had him survive a full game before.
Yeah, that's because I thought he had stealth the entire game.
Yeah. No,
otherwise, he would have been one of the first on the hit list.
Yeah, he doesn't have Amphibious either. No Pathfinder or nothing. So he's a bit slower than everybody else, but he does get advanced deploy.
Yep.
So, rolling damage, not quite enough to do it. Your dice -5, so it does 3 damage.
And I hit you with an attempt to hit you with my second fist, and I missed my second fist. So I'm gonna buy another fist and miss that one too. And Gators turn 5.
All right, so I'm like, I'm just gonna go all out. I'm gonna take out this fool. So I'm like, there's nothing left on the table.
Yeah, there is nothing left at this point.
It's the longest 35-point match ever. So I'm like, all right, I'm charging. We're doing caster versus caster here. I'm letting I'm reading my fury and cutting myself for 1. Letting my escorts expire because I ain't got beast left. And I'm going for it, baby. It's time for the kill cam.
The kill cam and caster versus caster.
Yep. So I got, all right, can Jaga do this? Now I need a 9 to hit on the charge, and I'm like, well, I'm sitting on 7 fury, so I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
That I can at least do something.
And the snake has poison.
Yeah. So and you've got, you got on my damage rolls, it'll be -5. You got 16 hit boxes left. I'm like, okay, well, it's gonna be tough, but with the poison, I'm sure I can probably pull this off. So, measure it out. I go to roll to hit, and I boost.
Yeah. Battle of the casters, where the game is played. None of that. Let your minions do it for you. The caster needs to go up and do it itself.
That's right. That's how we roll minions, baby. That's how we do this.
She hits.
So I do hit barely. I do roll 9. I'm like, all right, boys, I'm -5. Let's do this.
-5.
Like 4 dice. Come on. And I roll it, and I'm like, ugh. So 6 damage. I'm like, okay, well, 10 hit boxes. Okay, well, I still got plenty of fury.
Oh, yeah, plenty of fury on
this. Let's do this. So, like, all right, so I'm going to buy and boost. And again, I need another 9 to hit. And I'm like, well, I did it once. I can do it again.
And yeah,
like
that stung a little bit.
Okay, now I'm scared.
Yeah,
like,
now I'm like, hey, there might be a slimmer of hope.
Boost. Like, come on.
No.
And I gotta roll 6, and I miss. I'm like, oh no. Like
the slimmer of hope is like going into.
This is completely fading now. I'm like, well, I still got a couple of the models. I totally missed that last stack. So now I'm out, which means that Jaga is not an assassination piece by any stretch of the imagination. At least not against Helga.
Helga's still not an assassination piece on her own either. So.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, let's go ahead and.
The Swampor is gonna attempt to end the game.
So what I should have done first, realizing this, is that I'm like, all right, well, I'm just gonna double hand throw her into Jaga. I'm just gonna knock her down. So, still within melee range. Just making sure I'm within reach range there. So, yeah. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna boost a hit. I'm gonna double hand throw. All right, let's do this. So, go ahead and roll, and I get it. So, technically we're supposed to roll a strength check, but
Helga's only strength 6.
Yeah, it'd have been pretty bad, so I was going to +4 or something like that. So I can do it and do 3 more damage with the collateral damage that hits. And yeah.
Now it's the rolls of the dice.
Yeah, so now I'm 16, so I'm straight dice damage. I do 5, which leaves with 2. So I go to buy 1 more attack. And so, again, she's got, 2 damage.
Yep.
Like, hey, that's pretty good. So, force a tough check.
Force a tough check on Helga. Game deciding roll here.
Yeah, you miss
it.
You missed the tower, really?
That was still a 6.
And he makes a tough check. I'm like, oh no, I don't have any Fury to buy left. I'm like, what do I do?
And then you realize there's one more Gatorman posse.
I got the last Gatorman posse, the one you've been trying to kill all game. Charge, -3. And, of course, I realized I should have actually rolled the damage because I thought I couldn't roll low enough, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
He failed the tough check, and that ends up being the game.
And that's the game.
Assassination! Not with Jaga, but, did anyway. So.
The random Gator.
Yeah, so that was a really good game, though, man. I love Jaga and Helga, man. Those 2 casters are not being messed with.
Oh, yeah. They definitely have their place.
That's so awesome. All right, well, let's get to the other side of this game, and... I'll roll my dice so you can see what.
I want to see those. I want to see the 3 ones.
All right, let's do this. All right, well that was our game, Austin.
Yeah.
Sorry. Now before we get into anything, I have something to finish here. I charged and killed your caster, and you failed your tough check, but I did not roll my damage. So if I roll 3 1s here, we're cutting to your winning video.
Okay, that's awesome. Deal. Let's do this. This is going to be a verbal agreement, and
now he does not have the video loaded.
On my practice roll, I did roll 1-1-3, so that was pretty scary. But we're going to do it again. Ready? Oh no, you did. That's a 6-6-5. So you did. Victory stands, baby.
It's because of that water you put in the center of the board.
Yeah, water. No.
Turns out Eric cheats. That's how he wins.
I offered to start the game over.
I mean,
I realized that the water was the water was thicker than I thought it was going to be, and it didn't realize it was going to slow him down as much as it did. So
the table was divided.
I'm not saying it didn't suck. I'm saying if he brought some road hogs, it probably would have been better. But
when he plays Legion, he just covers the entire board with forests.
Yeah. As a circle player, I don't understand why that's a bad thing. I'm always confused why people complain about.
Well, if you guys got here earlier to help set up for the show, you guys could help me arrange it. But apparently, I have to do it myself. And when I play, it's just
Yeah, and the thing is, also the board was very Aztec and Mayan themed too. So something tells me this was all planned to begin with.
Yeah, right. So.
Oh, and then my army outnumbered him 4-1.
It did. It was pretty scary. And I think, honestly, if the water hadn't been there,
I would have just rolled over you. He would have smashed
it in my face pretty hard.
If the water was not there, I admit I would just roll you over and just mass number of troops.
It would have taken a lot to. I mean, my beast would have done a lot more work as far as getting reach and just taking stuff out and moving things around.
Saxon Orc, man.
Saxon Orc, no. I'm a purist.
He works for Minions.
I'm a purist.
Pathfinder.
Maximus.
Yes, Maximus.
Wait, hold on. Did you just say that you won't take Saxon Auric because you're a Minions purist?
Pigs. Is he
is a Minions character solo for the pig faction to take. He is in the fluff all the time helping the pigs.
Is he a pig, though?
Is Dr. Arcadius a pick? Oh, I guess you can't play one of the better casters in your faction.
I don't have
that's
Dr.
a shame.
Arcadius.
Oh man.
I don't have Dr. Arcadius.
Hey, I got Victor Pendrake for Gators.
Oh wait, do you actually like play Roadhogs or Warhogs?
He does.
Totally.
Oh,
they're
you can't play those things. They were modified by a non-pink caster to make them into big war beasts. Oh, I'm sorry.
But they're
You
still
can't do
pigs.
that. No,
Not 100%.
no.
I'm still standing here.
They do have Kator arms. I'm just saying. So.
Okay, they have Juggernaut arms, yes.
Which is funny when I first saw those because I've actually hadn't seen them until when we had played a couple times ago, and which one you put it on the table. I'm like, are those right? I'm like, they have Kator arms. Like, is that like, is that conversions?
No.
Or what? It's like, no, it's how they come. I'm like,
I'll think about adding Saxon Arc next time.
I really feel like he should be in a Helga list like all the time. She's a caster who just wants to run a lot of pig infantry, and pig infantry doesn't have Pathfinder anyway. But like,
No, Saxon does get Pathfinder stuff, right?
yeah, that's what he does. That's
Yeah.
the reason you
That's-
take him.
Well, he does. Yeah.
Wait a second.
That's why
This
you
makes
take
total
it.
sense. This is
well, and Victor Pendrake for the Gators gives them was it the plus
Beast lore.
Beast
plus
Lord.
extra
Fair enough.
The boosted attack rolls against beasts.
against beasts, yeah.
fair enough.
But,
I will think about buying Saxon Arc now.
Anyway, I was gonna say it's really funny though that they have the destroyer arms, right? Because or the Juggernaut arms, because like it seems like everything that has random warjack parts that's not not actually a warjack is always like it's always
Kator
Kator stuff.
I know, because we steal it from one.
Yeah, because like Kator just can't hold on to their crap apparently.
I know even Crix is like Karchev trying to figure out how to work this into our list.
I'm looking at you. And your
Dozer and Smig.
and your Dozer and Smig with the stupid gun, which it uses better than the actual warjack that the gun comes from.
Isn't Signar like supposed to be like have all the money and mass produce everything? You figure that we'd be stealing all their stuff.
Aren't they supposed to be Murica?
America!
Well, I think it's probably because like Kator's stuff always breaks down in the middle of nowhere, and they don't feel like / have the ability to actually drag it back to some place to fix it. So they just leave it there.
They probably couldn't drag it back unless they have like a giant toy, another warjack towing it.
Right,
And
plus-
that warjack
Plus,
breaks
when
down,
every
then-
warjack part, is loaded down with about 5 tons of armor,
Yeah,
you
Crix-
might as well just leave it there.
Crix is the only faction that's really invested in recycling.
that kind of is true.
As Joyce would say, they are really the most welcoming of factions. They take everyone in.
With all that necrotite and them being the most green, they're the most green.
They are the
Technically,
most
snacking would sort of like be recycling.
Yeah.
We just eat what we kill.
Crix, Legion has a lot of snacking too. So
That's right. Trolls aren't dire trolls aren't killing because like they're angry or it's fun. They kill because they're hungry.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And then
they're like pointing in the right direction. Food that way. Gotcha.
The troll can have to feed them for fear of getting eaten themselves.
Isn't that something with the Mountain King too? That the Mountain King wakes up, he's gonna eat everything.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
well,
were
that
extremely
wasn't
afraid of.
I am so sad that the Mountain King didn't end up in Circle.
Yeah, I know we know.
It would have been so much better.
You
It could have really reached its full potential
You
in
can
my
have both of them.
faction.
You can have both of them. I'll take Mulk's
It's so
brother.
bad. It's so bad in Trolls, but it would have been so good in Circle. Seriously.
You got the bro fisting rock giant.
We did. He's pretty sweet.
So
You
you
gotta
got
get synergy. I'll run.
so that pig solo. What was his name again?
Maximus.
Like they released his picture, his little kind of I'd say fluff, but not so fluff, kind of fluff online.
Fluff blurb.
Yeah.
Blah, blah.
What's cool about him is like he just seems like he's gonna be like Gerlach Slaughterborn. If he gets Overtake and Berserk, like he's
Yes.
just gonna literally change
Okay.
other stuff.
He needs to be able to stop himself though, from going berserk.
It doesn't
I
sound
don't-
like it
I don't
doesn't
see
sound
it
like in the
working.
fluff.
I don't see that happening.
Yeah,
with
I
the
don't
other
see
think
that
he
happening with
can.
him. Yeah,
Like, it
doesn't
does
sound like
not
he
at
does.
all sound like he's capable of it.
He's sort of like Butcher. He's just
Well,
He's
Butcher
done
can
with
stop
it.
his attacks. You don't want to, but
Berserk
I
and
don't know.
overtake and reach. That's all you need.
Butcher actually.
Oh, really?
Butcher 2 actually can't. Whenever Butcher
really,
2.
I did not know. I
Whenever
haven't played
Butcher
against
2
Butcher
kills
2 before.
something, his rule says like he has overtake. I think it is. It's either that he has overtake separately or it's part of the rule, but whatever.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure that the thing where he makes an attack against everything in his range all around him is a mandatory thing as long as he killed something each time. So he just does it until there's nothing around him to kill.
yeah.
Or
Yeah, I see your soul Maximus doing that, and
Yeah.
that's gonna be pretty scary.
he'll probably be an abomination, just like
No, I
all
don't
just
think
like the
he'll be
Doom
abomination.
Reavers.
Well, it's
yeah,
possible.
he
And
is a
then
Doom
the little-
Reaver.
He's a Doom pig.
Is he wearing like their armor?
Yeah,
too?
he's wearing the Doom Reaver armor and carrying a
He's
Doom
got the
Reaver
Doom
sword.
Reaver helmet thing on.
And he's carrying around a Doom Reaver sword. He's a weapon master, obviously, because Doom Reavers are weapon masters, right?
Well, yeah, but Yes, he probably will be a weapon master, but like he's not a weapon master because he has a Doom Reaper sword. He's probably just a weapon master because he's just good at using weapons.
Yeah, he'll be your 3/4 point solo for your.
If he gets overtake, that's all you need.
Yeah, if he has overtake.
Yeah, if he has
it's
overtake,
it's gonna be sick.
It's money. Or I don't know, if he has overtake or something
I can
like
cast
heart
Massacre
tokens,
on
anything
Maximus.
like that really is good.
For safe measure, I can just cast Massacre on Maximus, but that'd be the same thing as Overtake and Berserk.
Yeah. That's.
I don't know. He's gonna.
I'm excited for you, man. I think it's gonna be really good. And then of course we got to see the new trolls.
I'm not excited.
Why?
They're so.
What are they called? The
many
highwaymen.
Highwaymen.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could be totally wrong. This is pure conjecture based on the fluff blurb. We have so many mediocre ranged units. We do not need another one.
But they have only guns to attack with, and generally any unit that only has guns to attack with that isn't
They'll
like
have point blank. I'm guessing point blank.
or gunfighter, they'll definitely have one of the two.
I'm hoping point blank
because then you can buff their mat.
And judging by, I don't think that we'll get Arcane Tempest pistols, and I don't think they're carrying hand cannons. Means range 8, POW 10, which blows. We already have scatter gunners, which are spray 8s, and they're going to be Rat 5 because they're in trolls.
They'll probably be Rat 6 because they're just
our casters
gunners.
are Rat 6. They're not going to make a 10-man unit or an 8-man unit.
But
Rat 6.
But typically a unit that is only guns, that is all about guns, like they usually are Rat 6. Like even scatter gunners don't really count because they've got sprays, and they're like your only actual troll blood unit that's all guns is the scatter gunners, and they're Rat 5 because they're sprays. But these guys will probably be Rat 6 because they're not sprays. Yes, they'll probably have the shitty range 8 POW 10 gun, but they'll all probably have 2 attacks. And if they're Rat 6 at POW 10 with 2 attacks apiece, I think that's not terrible. I think that they'll have some play.
It's slightly different from what we have, but not enough in my opinion.
Well, and we don't know all their rules.
We don't.
So
and
they
I'm
might have
hoping for something
cool.
unique. Yeah, I'm not trying to poo-poo something,
I
but
don't
just
know.
purely conjecture.
I don't know. Like all the troll players keep all saying that they're going to be Rat 5, but I just can't. I can't see that. I really feel like they're going to be Rat 6.
If they have point blank, it'll be a Rat 5. If they have gunfighter, it'll be a Rat 6. But they're still POW 10s.
I'm hoping for Rats. I'm hoping for gunfighter actually over point blank. I know that it says the words point blank, and that a lot of troll players really want point blank because then they can buff the map.
Why not take bushwhackers? I know that's 2 more Rat, but it's going to be 4 more inches, so they'll still have another turn. They're going to shoot twice as much before the highwaymen get run up on.
I don't know.
They're going to have.
Well, the highwaymen won't care about getting run up on either way because they're gonna have point blank or gunfighter either way. They don't care about being run at.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm sure they'll make their. Obviously, when does Exodus book come out? October something?
October 10th? Like early October.
Yeah.
But that still leaves.
It's coming up soon.
Yeah.
As far as everybody,
and there's still things that we haven't seen yet. I'm excited.
Some people are getting beast packs, which is sort of a new and exciting piece. Nothing that we have seen before. And so far, as a Troll Blood player, I haven't seen anything new and exciting. It is extremely...
Oh, come on. You don't find Dozer and Smig new and exciting?
No, it's a character blitzer.
He's
a blitzer.
But he's like a really good support piece for your ranged beasts.
Oh,
he's a not sucky blitzer.
Like he's a good ranged beast himself and a support piece for your ranged beast. He like ups your range game. He is like good enough that people are like have openly discussed taking Gunbjorn. Like have actually talked about.
Wait! People are talking about.
He makes Gunbjorn have some table time, but it's still a character blitzer, and he has to either the Warcaster is spending 2 Fury to make his Rat 4, or he's spending half his Fury stat to make his Rat 4, and he's still not putting Snipe on himself unless he's with Gunbjorn.
All right,
and his Matt and I don't know.
I'm just saying when Zuriel gets rage, I want you guys to rage quit, all of you, from the game. Forever.
I won't rage quit, but I will be a little salty. But I will not rage quit.
Beast packs are new and exciting. That's all I'm saying.
But see, I mean, you'll get one eventually.
Isn't it Scorn and Legionary?
And you haven't even seen all the things you're gonna get yet. Nobody's seen everything that they're gonna get yet.
Pigs out.
Right.
I think. No.
If they...
No, pigs aren't even sure that they've seen it. And actually,
we get the battle engine
because those battle engine spoilers were super rumory and super unconfirmed, and there's been no talk about them since then. So you don't even actually know that that's what the hell your battle engine even does.
I haven't even read the stats. I just know it's gonna run stuff over.
A Rat Fellcaller will open up about 4 units that I don't own, and I will not buy until we have a support piece that can buff our Rat.
Oh man.
I won't buy them.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like trolls are eventually gonna like warm up to this stuff that they. I don't know. That it just seems lackluster because I feel like everything that comes out in Trolls just seems lackluster because of the way that Trolls are. Where it's like, to make something really good in Trolls, you have to figure out what other pieces combine with it in a really good way to make it work, because that's how everything in Trolls is. Right. Everything is synergistic in that faction. There is nothing that comes out, well, not nothing. There are very few things that come out that are like, holy crap, this thing is amazing and the best thing ever.
The stone?
Mauler.
Mold.
Mold is like one of the very few pieces where like that dude is just straight amazing no matter who he goes with or what's synergizing.
The stone, mold.
I just run all
well,
But in the design space, we did not need another unit of range 8 POW 10 guns. We just did not need it. That is so boring and stale.
Yeah, but maybe they'll have like ambush and then you'll actually really like it. If they've got ambush in Rat 5 with range 8 POW 10 guns, that's actually really legit. That's range.
Built-in ambush.
That's Rat 7 guns.
Well, that's still. I don't know.
Like that'll be like, pop in, murder all of the support. POW 10 guns kill all support.
Epic Grimm's tier list makes scouts have ambush, and all we needed was for the highwaymen to be able to crack armor. If you have 2 units of scouts coming in from either table edge in that tier list, granted, you know, if they have built-in ambush, you can take them with anybody. I just don't find it very new and exciting. It's extremely boring.
Okay.
No, we'll see. Like I said, let's see what it comes out. Like I said, the Beast Packs, I'm super excited about those when they finally get released.
I actually really love the fact that right now, like, when that we're so close to the release, like, just like less than a month at this point from the release, and we haven't seen all of the stuff. And we know we haven't seen all of this stuff, and it's really exciting.
Except for Legion. I think we've seen everything for Legion.
No, you have not seen everything for Legion.
You
may have an idea of what all the things that are coming out for Legion are, but you don't know what all the stats of everything
No.
is.
No. Stats have not been released.
And that's what I mean. Like, you don't know what Zerial actually completely does.
Was it for Vengeance they actually released the stats of everything?
Yes, before
Vengeance
Vengeance came out, we not only knew what all the models were going to be released were, but we knew what all the stats of all those models were.
Besides
that's what I'm really excited about.
Besides the fluff, I was really upset that I paid the money for that book.
I know, but I think that there was a lot of backlash about that, and I think that now they've kind of corrected it with this book. That's like, because we don't know what all the stats of everything that we're getting is yet, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they haven't even talked at all about what either the Beast Packs does. You know, they haven't even talked at all about like this satyr character that we're
there's still a lot of stuff for Scorn they haven't even mentioned yet.
And like,
they have no idea what any type of.
They haven't confirmed anything about, like, they haven't actually confirmed what the battle engines do. There's like an inkling of what they might do, but nobody knows for sure.
Yeah, supposedly they had gotten spoiled. Like the guys who the beta for War Room had accidentally put up the card, and then people were talking about what they had put up. People had wrote down what they did. So,
but I mean, that could still be subject to change.
Could be.
I don't know.
The only thing that makes me think no is only because chances are their books were already in print by that time, and so like the Exodus books are printing, they're not gonna like go back and reprint all of them for that. So
maybe. We don't know what Maximus does. We don't know if Gators are getting anything else. I don't know.
That's true.
It's an exciting time.
I know it is. I'm glad. What I really like about the whole thing is that we just don't know. The logging company's like, here's what's being released and no surprises. But if they hold off on almost all the spoilers until the books actually get released and in people's hands, that's gonna drive up the sales.
I mean, like look at Gargantuans. Like when that book, we were like a week or so from release, and then when like the book got spoiled and the pictures of it started showing up all over the place, like, man, that was like the most awesome thing, because like I got to see what the stats of a unit that I knew was coming out were, and then I just got two totally new things for my faction that I hadn't even heard about at all. Like the satyr and the griffin. Nobody had heard anything about those, like, at all. We suspected that we might be getting a satyr, but nobody was confirmed on that. And then they were like, bam, satyr. And, you know,
in
like,
case you guys were wondering,
that kind of stuff happened for like every faction in that book. Like, nobody knew about the warders or the little sorcerer guy before the book dropped.
I don't know that I've seen as much excitement about this book as I have other books so far too. Like since I've been playing, like, because it seems like I remember when Domination came out, and gosh, I don't remember what the other one was, Wrath, and then like people seem, they were like, okay, you know, even Colossals was pretty big to some degree, and then Vengeance got some, like, people were excited for it, but like I said, once the book came out and they realized there was nothing else, that was really disappointing. Yeah.
I think that was a mistake. Maybe it's just
But Exogen seems like it has that extra height
Colossals
because there's extra stuff that we don't know about yet.
Had a new unit type, Colossals coming out. And then before that, I think it was the Battle Engine book. Maybe as a Trollblood player, I'm just sort of, since we're not getting a new unit type.
I know, that does sort of suck, and I'm pretty sure at this point Circle isn't getting one either, because they've already spoiled so many beasts for Circle. So I kind of feel your pain there. Like, there's this new cool thing coming out that's brand new to the game, totally different mechanic, and I'm not getting one.
I keep thinking when you guys do, they're going to be little wolves.
No, they're not going to be
They're going to be little puppy dogs.
You don't think so?
They're going to be little puppy dogs.
No. They're almost certainly not going to be wolves, and that's because of the fact that Synergy is worded the way it is. Because Synergy is for each other model in the battle group that does it. And if they're all if they're wolves, then Synergy gets insane really fast. Even if the little unit of guys costs like 12 points to take and it was like 5 dudes, that's still insane.
Something like Argai or something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
But they might be like little
Argus
wolves
puppies
or birds. I'm personally hoping for some kind of birds,
like some
like
Razor Falcons or
like
something.
a group of falcons or hawks or something like that.
That'd be cool.
So like Una could take them.
Oh yeah,
that'd be really cool.
I could see that.
The Falconeer?
Like,
Oh, that'd make total sense.
Think of a little unit of those things with Una, right? Where she's got like, they've all got, you know, the 360 vision and they all ignore line of sight, and she can give them all a free charge, or she can have the Watcher, and then like any one of those little bastards might move somewhere and attack you. I mean,
that'd be cool.
She gets a little crazy. Makes her really good.
She could be the next caster.
Well, I know we're getting the bees, and you know they're going to have poison, so...
They're going to have, like, some kind of poison, or...
Or, like, what was the other thing? Anatomical precision or something stupid.
Could be,
something like that, but...
I really hope that the Scorn ones don't actually have, like, Burrow. That would be the dumbest thing in the world. Scorn getting Burrow.
I'll give it to Scorn.
Burrow is already the stupidest rule.
They do look like they do look like the Helldivers, like what Crix took and
just pray that
turned into Helldivers.
Heavy Insect doesn't have Burrow.
Yeah, there's still the possibility that there's actually like some other new thing that they're getting that nobody's even talked about. That insect thing. I don't know. I feel like Scorn should be the most excited because I feel like Trolls and Circle have seen the most of their stuff. Legion's seen a fair bit of their stuff, and like Scorn has seen almost none of their stuff.
They're catching up.
Yeah, they're
catching up with
because they did put out the new unit.
The new unit, and then their caster, and
did they put out a beast yet for them? Like what kind of beast they're getting for this book?
No.
Wow.
That's it. That's all we've seen that they're getting this book, as far as I know, is that unit and the caster.
The releases at GenCon,
and they did get their Lesser Warlock too. So.
Oh, well, yeah. I kind of forgot about that. I feel so bad that Legion didn't get a character lesser. I feel like that's a little...
They said they were supposed to get one later. If we get one later, though, that probably means it's going to be pretty freaking awesome. Because usually when they have, like... It's just like...
I feel like it's probably not going to be more awesome than Zadesh.
It's like the Colossals. Like... They came out with all the Colossals, and they were like, oh, then this faction gets one, and it's just, like, amazing. And here's this one. Here's Convergence, and it's amazing. And here's, you know, the Groundbreaker, and it's amazing. I'm like, or Earthbreaker, or whatever. I'm just like...
Well, I think, yeah, to a certain extent, you're right.
It usually when they
release
better.
all of the things the first time, the first run, they're not always quite as awesome. Yeah. But then, like, as they do it more, you know, like, Lilith, probably the least good of the Battle Engine casters. Resnick, better. Xerxes, awesome. Like they get better every time.
Yeah.
So you're probably right. I mean, if they do release yours later, they'll probably be like, well, okay, we've seen how the other ones kind of play, and this is how we would make one better.
There's still a small hope for a pigs unit. Just a small glissom of hope for a pigs unit.
You're getting a solo. I think you're done. I think that's about it.
We get a solo, a Battle Engine, and
a
a caster. Yeah.
I think you're about done.
I think because there are two sides to that faction, because they're going to do it for Gators, they're going to do it for pigs. That's probably going to be how it's going to go.
If only those sides could actually take any of each other's stuff.
I know. I wish they could work together. It'd be
the swamp horde with the Roadhogs.
There's actually been a lot of discussion about this, and man, we were really meandering through the topics. But there's been a lot of discussion about this though, like, and that's kind of like the main difference between like Minions and Mercenaries, because like Mercenaries and Minions receive in general about the same number of releases every book. Like they usually get like 1 to 2 casters, like a support piece, maybe another unit, something like that, and then that's it. Like, they're done. But the difference with Mercenaries is that most of that stuff can be taken in several different contracts, and every time they release anything in Minions, it goes in one contract, and that's it.
Yeah. So it's a little rougher, but if they did eventually come out with some way for them to actually mix, that'd be disgusting. They would actually be pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
I'd love to see Slaughterhousers in a Gator list. So.
I'd be interested to see, like, Maximus with Rask.
Stuff like that, right? Fury.
Give Fury to the pig.
Awesome. So, all right. Well, cool. Well, I know in the next couple episodes that you guys are going to tune in, we're going to actually, while we're recording live, the actual games, we're actually going to do 2 episodes that are tactics, War Machine Tactics, because we've got access to the betas on that. So I'm going to play against Jose one time, and then I'm going to play against Jeremy the second time, and so you guys get a chance to see those for the next 2 upcoming episodes.
In right now?
Just the original 4.
Oh, so all 4 are
Yeah.
in now? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, good. I actually feel more like playing now because I didn't want to play Signar or Gators.
Yeah.
I'll play Crix.
So, and I'll play Kador against you. We'll do that. I'll step aside from Crix.
I
And
feel
see
like
how I
that'll
can
go
do.
badly for you.
The Brute Thralls are amazing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'll talk about it on the episode. But Brute Thralls are stupid good. I cannot say enough about how awesome the Brute Thralls are. They're definitely worth the 5 points they cost in game versus the 1 they are in the regular game. So I'd take them in the real game if they had that for 5 points. So they're amazing. Okay, maybe not for 5, but I'd say at least 3. They could like slam jacks, and it's dumb. It's dumb. I played against Jose and it was hilarious. So
It begs the question if they're thinking about going back to they could easily go back to their roots, have a second rule set for the skirmish size game that they originally intended to make instead of it ballooning into what it is now. So they could make a game that is more like tactics.
There was all those rumors about War Machine Tactics being Mark III or something.
that
I doubt that.
So
would
like,
be interesting.
Because you
5
could
to
easily
10 models
transfer
on
the
the table
game
and
into the
that's it.
tabletop, and that would attract people into the game.
Although it's
I'm
funny,
sure
everybody got all these cool pieces, and they're like, and Crix is gonna get the Overseer.
Hey, it's a Jack
Mechanical Thralls
Marshall.
with Pounce?
Now it could
Come
be
on.
good, but from what I said, they don't have a way to do the Jack marshalling. Like they haven't come
well,
up with a
never mind
mechanic yet. So yeah.
I that is a cool idea though.
yeah, the
To
models.
see if they actually just stick with a small format instead of going all big and then just
Have a different card set for the models that they.
But yeah,
you
just
can
like
take.
have a different, like slightly different rule set and like point balancing and stat balancing just to make it entirely balanced around a small skirmish size.
Yeah, if
game.
I ran
as
like
long as you don't need to buy new
6 or
cards
7
and
Mechana
everything,
Thralls,
by
3
all
Brute
means.
Thralls, 2 Slayers, and like a couple Arc Nodes and Scarlock and my caster, like it's a good size army, and it'd be fun to play.
As long as they don't have you like go out and buy new cards and stuff like that.
Well, obviously they probably will.
They
That'll be the big
have
thing.
to do that, but
Yeah,
that's
they'd
the
have to do
cheap
that.
part. If you can still
Yeah.
reuse your models. I
Yeah.
mean, there's so many games marketed on that small style skirmish, style game with Infinity and Malifaux and things like that. They purposely say, no, you don't need all the models that 40K and War Machine requires.
And actually, that is sort of like having played some mercs. Like I find that to be kind of nice sometimes.
Mhm.
Like to play mercs, all you have to do is buy 4 of the 6 models that are in whatever faction you picked, and there might be more now. I'm sure Conrad will correct me, but like,
I heard
like the
just buy a box
game, a
and
game
you're
of
done.
mercs is 4 models from your faction, and your faction may have like a total of like 6 to 8 models total.
Yeah.
Like you could own the whole faction, but you only ever need to own 4, whichever 4 you like the best, and that's the ones you run.
Yeah. So after we get done with the tactics episodes, then we're going to go back to our regular episodes. We're going to try and get one game each of the new casters from Exigence that we've all got, so you guys get a chance to see how they play on the table. Hopefully those will go pretty well. And so we're kind of trying to slot our games out for how we're going to do that here the next few weeks. So guys, stay tuned. We will be, after this, we'll come out with the next couple tactics episodes probably fairly quickly, and then we'll get back to the swing of things. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys on the next episode of Counter Slam.